Opening scene: Shadows over Sydney. The episode opens on a brisk evening in Sydney, the harbor shimmering under street lamps and the silhouette of the harbor bridge etched in the night sky. The city is alive with its usual bustle when an inexplicable disturbance disrupts the quiet. A series of inexplicable violent incidents reported from the historic precincts near Circular Quay. The camera pans to a darkened alley where a pair of figures, pale, enigmatic, and unnervingly agile, are seen slipping away into the shadows. Their eyes glint unnaturally in the dim light, hinting at their inhuman nature. Special Agent Janelle "Jan" Carter, the dynamic and empathetic lead of the NCIS Sydney Task Force, is introduced investigating the early clues of the night's chaos. Standing amid scattered evidence and cryptic symbols scrawled on the walls, Jan's trained eyes recognize that these are not ordinary street crimes. Accompanied by her trusted partner, Detective Mike Harrington, whose dry wit and razor-sharp instincts have earned him accolades within the division, the duo is drawn deeper into a case that defies rational explanation. Inciting incident: the mysterious crime scene. At the crime scene, the team uncovers perplexing details. The victims bear puncture wounds that are almost surgical in precision, and their blood has been inexplicably drained in a pattern that mimics ancient ritualistic symbols. Lead forensic investigator Dr. Elena Ramos works meticulously, her voice a blend of clinical detachment and a touch of personal unease as she declares, "This isn't just a homicide." There's a layer here that echoes myth and legend. Elena's background in forensic anthropology allows her to propose a theory that points to the folklore of vampires, a subject long dismissed by rational minds until now. During their analysis, the detectives find an object that becomes pivotal: an ornate medallion encrusted with what appears to be red rubies and embedded with Celtic markings. The medallion, which is later recognized as having ties to ancient vampiric lore, leaves the investigators questioning whether they are dealing with a criminal organization using vampire myths as a guise, or if something far more dangerous is at play: modern-day vampires. The investigation deepens, gathering clues, as the team regroups at the NCIS Sydney headquarters. Tensions rise with the realization that the evidence contradicts all known protocols. Jan and Mike lead the charge, revisiting witness statements and cross-referencing the symbolic imprints found at multiple crime scenes. Intelligence from the local historical society suggests that similar symbols had been recorded in documents dating back to early colonial times, particularly related to a secretive society rumored to guard mysteries of the undead. The episode employs deft flashbacks to weave in excerpts of Sydney's colonial past, where whispers of vampirism had once inspired fear among early settlers. These flashbacks not only set the ominous tone for the episode, but also underline how history, when left unexamined, can come back to haunt the present. Interspersed with methodical investigative work, moments of humor and camaraderie among the NCIS team provide vital human moments in the midst of the unfolding darkness. Jan's mentorship of a junior agent, Carla Nguyen, a keen observer with a knack for deciphering ancient texts, adds layers to the investigation as she unearths old manuscripts that hint at a hidden lineage of modern-day vampires that once had dominion over parts of Australia. These findings force the team to confront the uncomfortable possibility that their adversaries might not be mere criminals, but supernatural entities repurposing old myths for contemporary ends. The vampire connection, rewriting the rules. Act 2 intensifies as the NCIS team discovers that the modern-day vampires have infiltrated spheres beyond the occult. A high-profile gala hosted by a renowned business magnate, Alexander "Alex" Thorne, becomes the central stage for another wave of inexplicable incidents. The gala, held at a luxurious Sydney waterfront mansion, is attended by social elites and influential figures from political, economic, and cultural domains. Unbeknownst to them, a select group of vampires, having perfected the ability to blend into modern society, are using the gala as a cover for their nefarious operations. Jan's investigation takes an unexpected turn when she encounters Dr. Adrian Blackwell, a charismatic historian and consultant to the NCIS team, whose deep knowledge of ancient rituals provides an essential context. Adrian explains that in a world governed by logic and evidence, sometimes the most outlandish legends have roots in bitter truths. He describes the vampires not merely as bloodthirsty predators of myth, but as sophisticated, centuries-old aristocrats who have managed to adapt and survive by manipulating both historical lore and modern-day influence.